toward the wall. Is it caught? He caught it. It's a no-hitter for Cole Hamels.
Cole Hamels proved again last night he loves pitching at Wrigley Field. It's the Reds and Cubs on NBC Sports Chicago, home of the authentic fan. And we have staved off the rain. It is overcast. It has cooled off a bit. The wind is blowing out, however, and the Reds and Cubs play Game 2 of a 4-game weekend set. Great to have you with us. Jim DeShays and Len Casper with you. We'll have the first pitch in about 20 minutes. Cole Hamels with the Cubs' first complete game of the season last night.
Yeah, how good has Cole Hamels been? He's made 5 starts for the Cubs now. They've won them all. He's 4-0 with an 0.79 ERA. The Reds came out pretty aggressive in the ballgame last night, swinging early. He took full advantage of that. Very aggressive with his fastball. Did not give up much hard contact at all. They scratched out a run on a couple soft hits against him early, but the efficient work early in the ballgame allowed him to pitch the entire ballgame. Complete game, 8-hitter, walked a couple, struck out 7. He's so resourceful out there. Made a couple real nice plays in the field too. There's the double play that ended the ballgame.
I think the best note, he had 6 innings of fewer than 10 pitches.
Yeah, I mean, they were swinging, so he said, okay, boys, let's get it on. He continued to attack with that fastball. We didn't see a lot of curveballs and changeups. Didn't need it. And how good has he been here at Wrigley Field? Excluding his first ever start here, he's made 7 starts, 4-0 with an 0.82.
And it was a clutch performance, not just the quality, but the quantity, because it'll be Alec Mills today making his first major league start. We saw him as a relief pitcher earlier this season and most of the year at AAA Iowa.
He's got a tough act to follow, doesn't he? First major league start coming for Mills here today. He pitched in relief, as Len mentioned, with the Cubs earlier this year, and then a couple times out of the pen with Kansas City back in 2016. His numbers at AAA Iowa, not really impressive, 5-12 with a 4.84, but better of late. Matt Harvey, we weren't sure he was going to make the start today. A lot of rumors about him possibly being traded to the Brewers right up until about now, but he's still out there. He is 2-1 lifetime against the Cubs.
Yeah, you wonder how that will affect Harvey. He has pitched well his last 2 times out, but not knowing when he got up this morning which team he would be with has to be a little weird.
Yeah, kind of a weird day with the start time. The waiver claim on him expired at 12:30 our time today. Brewers and Reds apparently were talking. I don't know, if it's right up to the minute, but late this morning they were having conversations, and that's part of being a professional. Sometimes you just got to go out there and hang with them.
When we come back, we'll chat with Doug Glanville about Daniel Murphy, who has 4 hits in his first 2 games as a Chicago Cub. Previewing the Reds and the Cubs coming up. sportschicago.com, presented by nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich. Go to jeffvuk.com or follow him on social media nationwide. Is on your side. And Doug Glanville is with us today, and good timing with the arrival of Daniel Murphy. 2 games as a Cub, and he's 4 for 10.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel Murphy is a player that really describes the evolution of how you can develop later in your career almost new tactics and new strategies and strengths. And you have to credit how Daniel Murphy got closer to the plate. And what he was able to do is take that outer pitch that he would carve to left field and start hooking it for power. So you notice 2015, 2016, and 17, 16 was that big MVP type season. 35% of his balls hitting on the pull side in 15. That kind of stayed until it dropped a little 31%, but then he became more impactful. Look at the slugging percentage on pulled balls that he hits in play. I mean, 914 last season. So what he's been able to do is be more selective on that pitch and then do more damage with it. And that is attributed to how he got on top of the plate and really started hooking those outside pitches. And what's so impressive about his hands is even when they tried to tie him up inside, he still was able to get the barrel to the ball and keep it fair. So really has become a complete hitter, not just offensively, but on the power side of that offense.
And the 2015 postseason, at one point he hit a home run in 6 consecutive games. That is a major league record. And look at the names on the list. I mean, pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, let me tell you what I would have done. I would have had a t-shirt made saying I homered off of on the front, and on the back it would have said Kershaw, Greinke, Lester, Arrieta, Hendricks, and Rodney. And that's it. I would have retired actually the next day. This list is unbelievable. And think about the year Kershaw, Greinke, and Arrieta had. This is 3 of the best trifectas of pitchers really in almost all time. Their numbers were outstanding. They all could have won the Cy Young. So he just did incredible damage. And this is where we are excited as Cubs fans to think about what he can bring. It's that postseason pedigree. He raises the bar, and he's already been a great regular season game, but now he's shown that he has the postseason capability.
I talked to him before his Cubs debut, and I said, who are you looking forward to playing with? He said, look, I'm an offensive guy, so Anthony Rizzo, and there's a comp there. Power to the pull side, and we now see Anthony when he has to. Soft stuff to the opposite field. Daniel Murphy's very good at that.
He's great at that, and it's so difficult to defend a guy. If I'm in center field, I see Daniel Murphy, I don't know where to play, because that pitch on his hands, he'll hook down the line, and he'll just as easily carve it off his hands as we saw yesterday to left field. So where do you play him? You don't get good jumps. You're flat-footed off of hitters like that because you can't anticipate based on the location of the pitch where to start your anticipatory steps. So this guy spreads out the field, and with Baez and all these other guys starting to use that whole field, I'm excited about this offense.
Probably no coincidence the Cubs have plated, 15 runs in their last 2 games after Daniel Murphy joined the club. We'll hear more from Doug during the game. Let's send it down to the field for today's national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, standing with the team today is World War II Army veteran, Private First Class Richard Callahan. A lifelong Chicagoan and Cubs fan, he fought in the Battle of the Bulge and received a Purple Heart for injuries sustained in combat. The Cubs thank Richard Callahan and all of our current and former servicemen and women for their service to our great country. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please remain standing and join Francesca Kelly as she honors America with our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets
Start of Players Weekend, and it is game 2 between the Cubs and Reds here this afternoon at the Friendly Confines. Cole Hamels, an impressive complete game last night, and one of the guys backing him up, Anthony Rizzo, with a 2-run shot. That is his 21st long ball of the season and his 3rd in as many days. It appears that the Cubs first baseman is heating up at just the right time, and this recent surge, not a surprise to his manager at all.
He came and spoke to me earlier this year when things weren't going well, and I tried to reassure him that they're going to go well. So at that moment, I said, I'm going to write down right now. I'm going to show you at the end of the year what your numbers are going to look like. So I wrote the numbers down a couple months ago. I just have to remember where I put them. But I did do that. I did do that, and to just tell him that this is what I totally believe you're going to look like by the end of the season, which is starting to look like right now.
So you'll see Tony on the back of Anthony Rizzo's jersey this afternoon here for Players Weekend. Also Legion Week for the Cubs, so they're getting to show up late and just grab a meal, head out onto the field, and start playing like the Little League days. And it will also be the 2nd annual block party for Kyle Schwarber on Sunday, which was a huge success last year.
For me personally, I just want it to be a laid-back vibe and just have it be a casual. You know what? It's a bring your family to a cookout kind of deal. That's how I want it to feel like, and like we said, we just want to make people feel comfortable and to have them, as you say, put your hair down and just relax and have a good night. And with all the support that we've gotten throughout the first year and going into this year too, it's been unbelievable. Support from my family, my girlfriend, my teammates, everything. It's been unbelievable.
Always an enjoyable event, and coming up, it will be the Cubs and Reds. Matt Harvey against Alex Mills here on NBC Sports Chicago. And who knows, maybe El Mago will have more of that.
Sports Chicago is brought to you in part by Lexus, who encourages you to experience amazing. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all. Ford, who invites you to go further in their fuel-efficient vehicles. Check out our entire lineup at your local Ford store or buyfordnow.com. Menards, save big money at Menards. And by Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency.
A turn in the weather, and it feels good. It has cooled off, and it's expected to heat up again on Saturday and Sunday. Overcast skies, the lights are on, the wind actually blowing out. And we might get some light showers later, but doesn't sound like it's anything that will interrupt the proceedings. And it is Players Weekend as the Reds and Cubs play game 2. Now the Reds Southwest starting lineup facing right-hander Alec Mills. Billy Hamilton, 9 out of 14 at Wrigley this season, will lead it off. Jose Peraza in a very hot stretch will bat second. Scooter Gennett third. And playing second, it's Suarez cleaning up. Mason Williams will be in right field. Phillip Ervin over in left. Tucker Barnhart back behind the plate and hitting 7th. It's Dixon at first base hitting 8th with Joey Votto on the DL. And Matt Harvey still a Red, and he will bat 9th in the lineup today.
Cubs defensively brought to you by BP. Kyle Schwarber plays left. Albert Almora center. Zobrist right. Jason Hayward's got a little bit of an ankle issue. Hap, Baez, Murphy, Rizzo on the infield. Wilson Contreras behind the plate. And the Lexus Experience Amazing starting pitcher is the 26-year-old right-hander Alec Mills, making his first big league start. 1 relief appearance with the Cubs earlier this year, 3 with the Royals in 2016.
6'4", 190. He's 26 years old.
He does have a curve, but leans more heavily on fastball, slider, change.
And a strike on Billy Hamilton. So everyone has a nickname on the back of the jersey, a patch on the sleeve. They can write basically whatever they want. Typically it's the name of someone important in their life. You can wear funky shoes, socks, whatever they want. Billy Hamilton going with the gold spikes. I like it.
Bone.
Mills with a 2-1 offer. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
Cubs got Mills from the Kansas City Royals, February of 2017, a trade that sent Donnie DeWeese to Kansas City.
Foul tip, strike 3.
Good changeup earlier in the sequence, set up the fastballs to finish him off. One elevated, then a two-seamer. Well placed, just off the outside edge. Hamilton trying to get a piece, comes up empty.
Larry Vanover, the crew chief. Behind the plate, Ben May, David Rackley, Chris Guccione on the bases.
Hey, they should have umpires weekend sometime, and then the umpires could wear whatever they want.
Yeah. Well, they don't have names on their jerseys, but we could give them nicknames.
Yeah, I dare somebody to go out there like with Mr. Magoo.
And then one on Peraza. 68 degrees, wind out of the south at 9 miles an hour.
Alec from Clarksville, Tennessee. And there is a train station there, in case you were wondering. Pitched collegiately at the University of Tennessee, Martin. Royals took him in the 22nd round of the 2012 draft.
Up and in that time. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No bullpen needed last night. Cole Hamels went the distance. Foul tip, strike 3. Back-to-back Ks.
Yeah, a little life on that heater. Missed a lot of time last year due to injury, showing the ability to throw that fastball up above the hands. Biggest challenge for Alec here today is just control the emotions. The adrenaline's got to be pumping pretty good. There's the profile on Alec Mills, or as we like to say, Millsy.
In there on Scooter Gennett. fouled out of play.
Still no Votto for the Reds. No Scott Schebler. Maybe tomorrow for Schebler and Sunday for Votto.
Cubs hold a 3-game lead over St. Louis, 3.5 ahead of Milwaukee. The Cardinals are in Colorado tonight. There's a base hit. Jeanette starting the day 4th in the NL in batting average. Milwaukee hosting Pittsburgh this weekend. And that will bring up Eugenio Suarez with a man on and 2 down. 188 with 16 strikeouts over his last 8 games. Cubs have gotten great pitching here lately. An overall ERA of 1.29 in the previous 7 games. And rotation 173. The bullpen 0.43.
Recent work for Mills down at Iowa. He was the PCL Pitcher of the Week earlier this month. 4 punch outs for every walk during that stretch.
1-1 on Suarez. Reds lead the season series 7 games to 6. The first 9 games of the season set were played in Cincinnati. The final 10 here at Wrigley. This should get Mills out of the first as Almora will make the grab, and the Cubs are coming up against Matt Harvey when we come back to Wrigley. Lineup: Murphy, 3rd straight game, leading off and playing second base. Baez starting to heat up again. Same for Anthony Rizzo, although he's been hot for a while. We know what Ben Zobrist has done here in the second half. Kyle Schwarber will bat 5th in left. Ian Happ has bludgeoned Reds pitching all season long. Wilson Contreras back in there. It was Victor Caratini last night. Mills expected to get his first career plate appearance. And Almora batting 9th with a .301 batting average.
Reds defensively brought to you by BP. A speedy outfield of Irvin, Hamilton, and Williams. Suarez, Peraza, Jeanette, Dixon on the infield. Tucker Barnhart is behind the plate. Alexis experienced amazing starting pitcher for Cincinnati is Matt Harvey.
Look at those caps.
What happened? What's he got going on?
Just look at the logo on the front. Oh, kind of funky. I like it. Harv against Murph.
Hey Harv, hey Murph. We should be hanging out at a pub together or something. Fastball, slider, pretty heavy. Change ups to the lefties and occasionally a curveball. Start number 18 for Harvey in a Reds uniform. With them, he is 6-5 with a 4.28 earned run average. Really good his last 2 times out. 6 1/3 scoreless against the Giants in his last effort.
The leadoff man is presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. If Murph gets a hit, Bins will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Maybe BBD, Binny's Beverage Depot. We'll come up with something cute. Irvin for out number 1. We'll bring up Baez. Before the game, received the Cubs Heart and Hustle Award for 2018. It was a Players Association award. So a player from each team and best embodying the values, spirits, and traditions of baseball. And then so we'll have 30 nominees. We'll have an MLB winner. It was Brett Gardner last year. Anthony Rizzo won that award in 2015, the Major League version. High-speed action is powered by Xfinity.
Yeah, and powered is the operative word here. He crushed that baseball. Second longest home run in MLB this year.
He said he didn't feel it off the bat and had been dreaming of hitting a ball like that with the wind blowing out. And it all came together last night.
He's got a good fastball. You saw that one at 96 miles per hour. And it was a hanging slider that Baez hit last night. So spin is going to be out of the zone. That will be the game plan anyway.
No explanation needed on his nickname.
The take.
So if you have a well-known nickname like El Mago, maybe next year could he go next level and do something other than that, since it's almost part of his name now.
I like the rabbit out of the hat on the shoes. Look.
Chased a bad one off the plate for strike 3. This has to be a strange day for Harvey. Claimed on waivers and reported that it was the Milwaukee Brewers. And all along, Jim Riggleman said Harvey would make the start unless he's not a Red. And we really didn't know for sure. And I'm not sure when he found out 100% he was going to stay, but at some point this morning. So a guy who's due to be a free agent, pitching on a last place club, and it appears he will be here until the end of the season. Billy Hamilton also apparently was claimed by a mystery team, but he is expected to remain with the Reds as well.
Yeah, both guys, as you can see, making sense for a lot of teams in contention. Harvey has not pitched at a real high level this year, but he's pitched pretty well. So somebody looking for rotation help, he would be a good fit. And Hamilton's speed could be a game breaker in the postseason.
We talked earlier this year about Scooter Gennett garnering some interest, but he's here. He and Hamilton have one more year of arbitration eligibility before they're due to be free agents. 3-0 on Rizzo, and the pitch is a strike.
I think part of the reason why there was so much talk about Gennett being moved, one, he's performing really well, and they have this kid Nick Senzel down in the minor leagues that they're going to have to make room for eventually, who can really play. Senzel got hurt and has missed a bunch of time this year. So I don't know if that's going to slow down his development or not.
Harvey comes back, strikes out Rizzo, so both starters impressive in the first inning. 4 strikeouts combined.
They kind of show up, get ready for the game, and have it on Players Weekend too, just to, bring you back to as a kid. You're wearing fun jerseys and got your nickname on the back. It's just bringing you back to when you're a little kid and having fun for the game and just playing, carefree. So it's going to be fun.
So Players Weekend, a chance to share personalities and passions, and the guys really enjoy this with their nicknames on the back. We're going to take a look at a few here after this first pitch of the second inning.
That is a home run. Mason Williams, and actually Kyle Schwarber is saying it's a home run. That is weird.
And now he's waving his arms. I think he's trying to get attention. No, he's pointing to the.
Is he saying fan interference?
I don't know if fan interference or he thought it hit the top of the basket and bounced back in.
Almost always when it bounces up, it's a home run. On a very rare occasion, it'll hit that yellow rope. But it looked to me like it hit the green wall because it really bounced high.
Well, I think it hit the separator, the whatever you want to call it, that rail right there, that post that supports the netting. So, and if it did, it should be a home run. You can't hit that without being over the yellow line, correct?
Well, it could hit
the very end of it.
Ooh, no, that is in play. I think it hit the post, JD, but that is below and inside the ballpark.
It's underneath. I think it hit the post.
It's underneath the rope, so I think that would be considered in play.
I don't know. I mean, it looked like they're showing it here in the ballpark. It looked like it hit right off the end of the post.
Yeah, so I'm saying that is in the field of play. Yep.
Yeah.
Should be. Wow. It'll end up being a double, most likely. So yeah, Kyle was trying to indicate that, but the mechanic he did was home run at first. He twirled his arm, but yeah, it looked like it hit the end of that post. I've never seen that happen.
What is the likelihood of that? Yeah, that's unbelievable. I was doing a little forensics on the ball. It is. There's the green scuff mark.
Williams did circle the bases. Did they call it a home run? I didn't even see an umpire's indication.
David Rackley, the second base umpire, I think ultimately did. It took a long time. Yeah, 2 bases. Well, one more scoop of cornflakes this morning, Mason. You would have had yourself a home run.
Jim Riggleman wants a more thorough explanation from Larry Vanover. It has to clear that yellow rope, and it never did.
Lily?
So it's Phillip Ervin with a man at second and nobody out. Breaking ball, strike. That's the curve from Mills.
And getting an opportunity to play here and taking full advantage. He had some really good at-bats in the game yesterday. Excuse me. Got some pop in the bat. Got speed. Red's first round pick 2013. So he's magic. We got Almago and we got Magic here today.
The ball hit well, and the Reds will get the first run. Williams scores. Back-to-back doubles to start the second inning.
Stayed with the breaking pitch throughout there to Ervin. This one kind of hung on the inside part of the plate.
Kelly, we did not want to not finish the story as we were interrupted by the Williams double.
We're having so much fun with these nicknames and Players Weekend, but Almago, we talked about that one. Speed Pass, there's a great story to Steve Cishek's nickname. Willie the Beast, String Bean Slinger, Carl Edwards Jr., I love that he's going with that. And Hollywood, the guys feel like that really fits Cole Hamels there. And Chris Bryant doing something really cool with his cleats from this weekend, guys, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But what would you, there's a look at them, and you know, he's gonna put these up for auction on CharityBuzz.com, but this is to help support Wings for Life and spinal cord research, which is a cause very near and dear to him through his close friendship with Diamondback scouting reporter Corey Hahn. All of those Adidas designer cleats done by artists here in Chicago. So KB doing his part on Players Weekend as well. And I have to ask, guys, if you got a chance to put a nickname on the back of your jersey on Players Weekend, what would it be? JD? Are we going with JD?
No, gosh, no. I would go with why are you still here? In quotes, maybe something like that.
Selling yourself short there.
Throwing pus.
What about you, Kelly?
I think I might go with Ace from my tennis days. Is that too?
No,
yeah.
It's whatever you want.
I mean, I don't want to, don't want to brag or anything.
I wanted
like
to
it.
quickly ask you about Steve
Double
Cishek.
fault. Go with double fault.
There we go.
Speed Pass. So he worked at a filling station as a kid? Is that
He did, a
story?
speedway, and as people know, you've got those cards, Speed Pass, to get some gas. So his friends from high school kind of giving him a little dig there, calling him Speed Pass. He goes, that's how I know if it's a buddy from home. They'll still call me that.
Very nice. Thank you, Kelly. Barnhart moves Ervin to third with one out. Pico de Gallo, not bad. Oh, you got to like big fella
Big
and
fella.
bigger fella.
Yeah.
Former Cub Tommy Hunter.
I like Ground Chuck.
Kyle Seager, Corey's brother. And the Silver Fox, Chase Utley. Infield in against Brandon Dixon playing first base. And batting eighth. Pitcher Harvey is on deck. And a slider for a strike.
Not much at this level for Dixon, a small sample. At AAA, he was batting .346, a .570 slugging percentage, at 16 home runs as a minor leaguer. Last year, B. Dix has not walked much in a big league uniform, so he's probably in swing mode here, especially with that man on third base. A couple shots out of the zone looking for a chase would be the way to go.
He almost did. The roster move to get Alec Mills on the 25 man was Dylan Maples heading back to Iowa. So Dylan was here for just a day. We'll see him again in September. Fouled out of play.
You see Contreras pointing to the ground, telling Alec, hey, make sure you bury that breaking pitch.
Swing and a miss. A big one for Mills. 2 outs and a pitcher coming up.
Two-seam fastball, a little bit of a low 3/4 delivery, and deception there. Life when he elevates that fastball. Normally you think of that as a 4-seam fastball when you elevate, but that was a 2-seamer. Good action.
Infield back with Harvey at the plate. And he takes a strike. Located 0-2.
Not quite Jake Arrieta, but Mills has got a little crossfire in his delivery. It allows him to get really good leverage to spin that breaking ball.
He got him. So the Reds get on the board first, but Mills able to limit the damage.
Every W counts, so everybody in. We've hit the stretch run, and the Cubs need your continued support as they chase another NL Central title. Tickets still available for every game on this homestand, especially Sunday's game with the Reds. Get your tickets at Cubs.com.
Xfinity X1 customers say, show me the Chicago Cubs into your X1 voice remote. and get live team stats on your TV. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1.
Uh-oh. Sad quality, baby. There we go.
Ben Zobrist will start the Cubs' second inning. He's in the cleanup spot today. JD mentioned Jason Hayward out again dealing with a sore ankle. But with this extra depth, adding Daniel Murphy to the mix, if you have to give a guy a day or two, Joe feels comfortable doing that. And that's with Bryant and Russell on the DL. So the Cubs bench with everybody healthy is going to be a murderer's row. Fouled out of play. Time for our Old Dominion, bringing his best. Slugging almost 600 since the break.
Yeah, he has been remarkably consistent all year long. For a while there was better than 400 the batting average since the break. Very difficult to sustain that. He continues to make very solid contact.
Not that time, as Suarez will throw him out.
Zoe came into this one with the 5th best batting average in the National League.
We'd like to welcome all our viewers watching and streaming the Cubs this afternoon on CFU in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Also on ESPN UK, MLB Network, and around the world on the American Forces Network.
Huh.
1-0 on Schwarber. 0 for 4 in the opener. Harvey took a no-hitter into the 6th in his last start.
Third time against the Cubs this year. Threw the ball pretty well each of the first 2 times. A win and a no decision. Schwarber is 2 out of 10 against him with a home run.
StatCast AI is powered by AWS. And 3 balls and a strike. The coolness of the air makes you think the wind is blowing in today, but it's not.
Three-one changeup.
Every once in a while you'll have an 88-degree day here and the wind blows in. But today 68 wind blowing out. But it's Chicago and we're a mile off the lake, so you get just about a bit of everything throughout the summer as he takes a called third.
Pretty good work there by Harvey after falling down to 3-1. Kyle out in front of the changeup and then throws his 2-seamer back to the inside corner. One of those pitches could have gone either way.
I don't know how you feel as Ian Happ steps in. He's playing third. And fouls upstairs. Whether it's Milwaukee or some other team that wanted Matt Harvey, a team in contention, I think he could definitely help somebody.
I do too. The numbers aren't great, but slot him in as a 4th or 5th guy in your rotation. I imagine there are a lot of teams in contention where Harvey would be an upgrade over what they have at the back of their rotation. And nothing else, just to provide depth in case somebody goes down.
Well, through 2, he has faced 6 and has struck out 4. 1-0 Cincy.
Could Javi tag Javi?
Can Javi tag Javi? Ooh.
Javi takes his lead off first. Baez cheating toward the bag at second. There he goes. Here's the throw. He's out at second. A laser-like tag by Baez. But Baez thinks he got in. Joe might want to take a look at this one.
The throw beat him, but it looked like he tried to dance around the tag and does a little swim move here. And that left hand takes it away, reaches around the back corner.
I don't know, man.
Great work by Cubs Productions. Can Javi tag Javi? Looked like he was safe.
Absolutely in there.
Hey, Doug.
What's up, Len?
So who wins? Who wins, the defensive Javi or the base stealing Javi?
No, they clearly cancel each other out. I mean, this is one of the paradoxes of the world. He moves at the speed of light, and he's also invisible. And so, how do you actually say whether he tagged himself or not? Just imagine the instant replay. By the way, I mean, can you actually slow it down to catch it? It's impossible.
Not for Almago.
No. Teleportation is in his skill set.
2-2 on Hamilton. I want to ask you about Billy Hamilton here as well, because JD and I have been very intrigued by his skill set. He has been in a good stretch here offensively. He's maybe the fastest guy in baseball. That one missed, 3-2. Not a guy who has, over the course of his career, gotten on base enough. His on base average 303 coming in. Most recently hitting in the leadoff spot, but has batted ninth quite a bit. We know how great defensively he is in center field, but I think everyone thinks there's more in there offensively. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, he has a great work ethic, and I've had a chance to talk to him a few years ago about the adjustments. And it's not going to be a guy necessarily to hit for high average and on base, but what is special about him when he does get on, he creates so much havoc and is more effective in terms of being able to almost drive himself in, so to speak. His defense is excellent, and the trade-off is he's not going to be quite on base a lot, but he does go through these stretches where he's hitting the ball on the ground, he's getting on and really producing, but he's not going to be a 400 on base guy.
A strike on Peraza. A rare strikeout for him in the first inning.
Hamilton's tried different things. Sometimes we talk about giving up switch hitting and things along those lines. But it's tough as we're seeing players making adjustments mid-season. It's difficult when you're really deconstructing and then building back up any of your approaches, especially this late in the year.
2 misses outside. Well, JD, with the defense and the speed in a good lineup, him ninth. I think playing a lot is okay.
Yeah, I still think he's, I think he's a much better asset on a really good team than a bad team. Coming off the bench to pinch run and play defense and make the occasional start.
2 down. Here's Jeanette.
I doubt that he would buy that. I mean, everybody wants to be an everyday player. But boy, I keep thinking about him, coming off the bench in a pennant race or in the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I look at my career and there was a period, especially when the home runs became so prevalent. You start to look at it as like, well, if you have a speed and defense guy, you can put him in late in the game to do those roles, pinch run, pinch hit, and then you go for offense the first 7 innings. And so you can get categorized very quickly in a Billy Hamilton type skill set and deciding you don't need that necessarily early in the game, but you bring him in the latter part of the game. And that's what he's going to grapple with until he can find ways to be more effective as a hitter, until he can be more consistent. But he does just enough and puts enough pressure, and when he is on, he's so effective that they always reconsider and say, well, when he does get on, he scores at a higher clip. He goes first to third. He does all these great things that you get lulled into, okay, well, if he can just get that on-base percentage up to 325 or 330, then all of a sudden he's more of a sure thing to be in that lineup.
2 strikes on Jeanette. Reds got one in the second. And the ground ball to Baez. And that's it for the Reds in the third. They lead the Cubs 1-0. Checking and an official Cubs MasterCard debit card only available at your local Wintrust Community Bank. Go to wintrust.com/Cubs to learn more. Member FDIC. Cubs a 7-1 winner in the opener, trailing 1-0 in game 2. Willie the Beast, one of the longer players' weekend nicknames. Out of the lineup last night. I want somebody to have a name that starts left shoulder and goes all the way around. Two and one to count.
Cal McClish, former big leaguer. Calvin Coolidge, Julius Caesar, Tuskahoma McClish was his full name.
What was Tim Spooneybarger's middle name?
Or William Van Landingham.
Timothy Floyd Spooneybarger. Strike 2. He'll be working with a quick pace today. He has retired all 6 so far. Slider gets him.
Yeah, another borderline call, Larry Vanover. He's willing to call the edges here today. This is a good pitch. Whether it's a strike or not, I'm not sure, but it's a good pitcher's pitch, either just on or just off the outside corner. Not one you really want to take a hack at if you don't have to.
So here is Mills. I mentioned Clarksville, Tennessee, where he's from. The famous Monkees song, Last Train to Clarksville. There's a presumption that that's the town that the song was referring to. But, the song was written by Boyce and Hart. Bobby Hart said they were just looking for a name that sounded good. And there was a town in Arizona called Clarksdale. So they were playing around with the name, and they thought Clarksville sounded better. And they found out later that there's an Army base near Clarksville, Tennessee. So
Yeah.
They're kind of fit, but
Yeah.
it's not what they.
No. But they ultimately did go there and shoot a video.
And you know the video on the TV show, Clarksville was spelled with an E, extra E. Alec Mills is 1 for 1 in the big leagues. How about that? First Major League plate appearance. First hit for the Cubs.
Take that first base to Clarksville. He's a 1,000 hitter. He's not going to wait around. He's not going to leave it in Larry Vanover's hands. He's going to put his nose right on the baseball and lash that single the other way. First big league start, first big league knock. Can he get his first big league W? That would be a good day at work.
Strike called on Almora. Doug, always good to get that first one out of the way. First career plate appearance at that.
Yeah, and all the position players right now are like, what's going on here? We can't figure this guy out. And then he steps in there and beautiful head position and lashes the ball to the right side. So, I mean, you know, got to give him credit. If anything, take it back for home, you young hitters. Like, look at his head position. I mean, he's flying open there, but his head stays right on the ball. Hey, good things can happen.
Got that power triangle working.
Sharply rolled, and Jeanette will get 1. And they get 2 on a bang play at first. So Brandon Hyde will call the video room. Hang on 1 second. Let's see.
Woof is right. Boy, that's a tough one. It's one of those 50-50s. Is it worth the challenge? Challenge, you got 2 outs, man on first.
They will not challenge, so
keep it in the back pocket.
Is it for the Cubs. In the 3rd inning, they trail 1-0.
On Monday, September 10th, Cubs Brewers first pitch 7:05. First 10,000 early arrivals will receive an El Mago t-shirt presented by MasterCard. Tickets still available, Cubs.com. That's a bonus. Cubs Brewers plus an El Mago t-shirt.
Mills to Suarez. Start the 4th, swing and a miss.
Yeah, swung first time up as well. Had a pretty good swing at a fastball and fouled it off. He's been much more aggressive this year. And putting the first pitch in play, he's batting .432.
That's the pitch he thought he was getting.
Power numbers have gone up each year he's been in the big leagues.
Trying to become the fourth Red to hit 30 homers in the season while playing primarily third base. So 28, trailing Baez by 1 RBI for the NL lead. Dave Parker, the last Red to lead the NL in RBIs, 1985. Swing and a miss. And strike 3. While you enjoy a cold Miller Lite, look forward to the whole true moment later in today's game.
Strikeout number 6 for Mills. He's been very impressive here today. Showing a good mix of pitches. He's not walked a man. Back-to-back doubles got him in the second. One that almost left the ballpark.
Had 6 strikeouts in his first 4 major league appearances going into today. Mason Williams with a double in the opposite field to start the second, and then scored on the Irvin hit. This is off the end of the bat foul.
Mace, his dad, Derwin, played in the NFL for the Patriots.
Back in the mid-1980s. And he went around for strike 3.
Circle change on the plate. Dipping down. Williams thought he checked. Took one that could have gone either way. Guccione rang him up.
Williams was on the '85 Patriots, did not play in the Super Bowl against the Bears, in case you're wondering. 1 ball, 1 strike. Baez makes the catch. Nice work by Mills. He has now retired 9 straight since the Irvin RBI hit. Harvey has given up 1 hit through 3 innings. That was to the pitcher Alec Mills. Daniel Murphy will bat for the 2nd time. And Doug, you were digging into some of his power numbers over the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel Murphy had a change right around between 2014 and 2015 where he decided to really get closer to the plate, working with hitting coach Kevin Long. And you can see the percentage of balls he pulled in 2015, 35, 39, and then 31% over 2017. But look at the success and increase of slugging percentage.
As he's going to ground out. Go back to it.
And so his slugging percentage went up over those years, and he became more selective in when he was pulling the ball. But the key point to think about is as he got closer to the plate, he started being able to hook that pitch on the outer third of the plate and turn that into a power opportunity. And the batting average in 2017 was a ridiculous 496 when he hit the ball on the pull side of the field. And that's well over 130 at bats. So this is part of his game that he added. He used to just carve the ball, stay inside, take that 2-pitch and outside pitch and carve it away. All of a sudden now he's able to take that pitch and hook it if necessary. And the added bonus that he had is his ability, if you tried to throw at him and get him off the plate, he still could hook the ball, keep it fair for power. And that's where he became a dangerous hitter and then the MVP candidate.
1-0 on Baez, misses low. So Daniel Murphy, Justin Turner, right, JD? Those are the 2 guys a lot of people started to talk about in terms of the launch angle revolution.
Especially in New York, they started to talk about it because 2 former Mets that went on to do great things after leaving New York.
Hitters count here for Javi. Here's the pitch. Well, Harvey, a former Met, was brilliant against the Cubs in the opener of that 2015 NLCS. I remember Joe Madden was in awe of the first inning changeup he threw. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. As Baez takes the walk.
I really like seeing Murphy and Baez back-to-back because they both have established, especially Baez this season, their ability to spray the ball all around. So the defense has to stay wide open with those guys. They can't really take away any part of the field. And that's really what happens now with that 1-2 punch. Really a potent 1-2.
So measure of irony there that the first walk of the day issued by Harvey is Javi Baez.
And trying to get him to chase, and he wouldn't. And Rizzo in the air to right, but he didn't get it. Caught and tagging and heading to second is Baez, and he gets in. Head first slide.
Yeah, this is a play that's really evolved over the last 10 years, I'd say. The tagging on just routine fly balls, they go back. There's no more of this halfway or quarter. They'll go back to tag and advance. The beauty about this play is it's in front of you. You can see the throw. And if worst case scenario comes up for a base runner, you could even change direction and get back once it's through that cutoff man. So Mario knows he gets there and peeks in. And that last peek there determines, okay, wait a minute, if I have to abort here and go back, I can do that. So this play is now a way to grab 90 feet, get that extra on what is relatively a routine play to the outfield. Outfielders now have to be very vigilant on what seems like something easy to make sure that runner's not advancing.
So an RBI chance for Zobrist with 2 outs. That headfirst slide has been criticized over the years, but Javi with that swim move, I mean, it allows him to be elusive if needed.
Yeah, I mean, that's been a real weapon. I mean, you could be out and he finds ways to evade these tags. And it's off of head first slides, which is really tough. I know coming up, my training was much more about the hook slide, these different slides, which you really don't see anymore. I learned a hook slide where you slide and your body's leaning all to one side, and the only part that gets the base is your foot, your toe. So it gives the fielder not much to tag except for your foot. But that's kind of abandoned now. You see these head-first swim moves and moving hands last minute. And it seems like defenders have a lot of trouble still executing tags when guys have good moves.
Well, the original Almago was Rizzo. I remember a couple of years back when he went in feet first and did essentially a swim move with his foot.
Yeah, that was in New York.
Yeah, it was in New York, and that's when he popped up and we had the camera was on him, and he said, "It's magic."
I mean, it's hard to do, but it's great instincts to be able to pull that off.
He takes off for third, and he is out. And he did not avoid the tag that time.
Not that time.
Yep.
Yeah, and that wasn't the best of decisions.
Yeah, can't make the final out at third. And that spot. So the Cubs still trail 1-0 at the end of 4. Brought to you by T-Mobile. Tucker Barnhart playing some first base with Joey Votto on the DL. It would help to have a glove that doesn't have a hole in it.
Yeah, that's usually a priority for a first baseman.
And your first thought when you're watching that play is, oh, what a terrible play by Barnhart. And he's going, I caught it, but. Swing and a miss.
Maybe he's not a first baseman. He's a catcher. He was playing over there because Votto's on the DL. Maybe one of his teammates sabotaged him. Maybe somebody else wanted to get those starts at first base while Votto was out.
Sharply hit grounder to Murphy. Well, you're probably wondering how many starters have the Cubs used in 2018. The answer is 11. The Astros have used just 6. I guess an asterisk for the Rays because some of those starters have been openers more than starters. If I had asked you to name all 11 without giving you any hints, could you have named all 11?
No.
Swinging strike on Dixon.
If I had a roster of guys in the organization in front of me, I would have found them all. But off the top of my head, that would have been tough. Good sweeping action on his breaking ball. There's not a lot of 12-6 action on that curveball. It's because arm angle is a little bit lower. It's more of a sweeper. It's be a little deception too with his fastball. We've seen some late swings, and fastball's been ranging 90 to 92.
Picks up another strikeout. He has at least one in every inning now.
Pitching like a guy that wants to stick around here. Fallout Boy is coming home to play Wrigley Field Saturday, September 8th with special guest Rise Against and Machine Gun Kelly. Don't miss out on the final concert of the season here at Wrigley Field. Tickets on sale now at Cubs.com/concerts.
1-0. And the pitcher Harvey. Tomorrow, Cubs wives are selling mystery baseballs signed by various Cub players. Gallagher Way from 11:20 until the bottom of the 5th inning. So stop by. They're $50 each. Proceeds will benefit Cubs charities. Second, and throws out Harvey. Mills has done his job. He's trailing, but he's been really good.
High school football show is back for another season. Catch the return of High School Lights tonight at 11 on NBC Sports Chicago or live stream on the NBC Sports app.
Get well wishes to our buddy Brian Unverzak, member of our NBC Sports Chicago crew, recovering at home. Get well soon, Brian. Great to see the Stern sisters here in Sterling, Illinois. Vicky Santo is here with Fergie Jenkins and Andre Dawson. And they're just inside the Gallagher Way gate today through Sunday. Pitch to Zobrist. It's a strike. We're educating folks about the availability and efficacy of diabetic alert dogs and how they can improve a diabetic's life. Raising money for the Ron Santo Foundation at RonSantoFoundation.com.
Wind gusting pretty good right now.
Yes, it is. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Quite a duel here. Mills and Harvey so far.
has struck out 8. That's number 6 for Harvey.
Kyle Schwarber has an event Sunday evening. Second annual block party benefiting first responders. Fouled right at the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike on Schwarber. Earlier this month, the Reds were in New York to play the Mets. Harvey did not pitch in the series, but he did speak to reporters and he admitted, yes, I made some mistakes here. It was a controversial tenure as a Met. A dark night. He said, quote, I want people to know I do regret a lot of mistakes I made. Suspension for not showing up at the ballpark. His name was in the tabloids quite a bit.
Yeah, I got caught up in the lifestyle a little bit. So you deal with all that stuff he dealt with in New York. This little instance today, am I going to get traded or not? That's nothing.
Good point. He's certainly built to handle it. Jeanette in the outfield grass.
Check out the variety of luxury premier options that Wrigley Field has to offer, like the Dell EMC Legend Suite, which includes an all-inclusive suite experience. And best of all, a visit from a former Cubs player. Visit Cubs.com/premier for an option that fits your needs. How old is Harvey?
29.
29. Boy, the quality babies crawling all over this ballpark today.
Fouls back to the seats. Now Harvey got off to a rough start with the Mets, demoted to the bullpen and refused a minor league assignment. The Mets DFA'd him in early May and then traded him to the Reds for Devin Mesoraco in the classic let's move on deal.
Well, Mesoraco really appeared to have a great future with the Reds in 25 home runs one year. Then he got hurt. While he was trying to come back from injuries, Barnhart took over as their primary catcher. Made Mesoraco expendable. A change of scenery was needed. Harvey has dealt with a lot of injuries in his career as well.
Well, that's the biggest thing. I think the Mets fans and even the organization, he would have been a much better footing had he been healthy and pitching well. He can deal with those eccentric moments, so to speak. Catch made by Barnhart. Yeah. The Cubs go quietly in the 5th.
Joe Namath worked out pretty good there in New York.
Yep.
Doing his thing.
promised earlier, time for the Miller Lite Hold True moment. Alec Mills making his first major league start and has been terrific through 5 innings.
Yeah, this has been most impressive. I mentioned at the outset his numbers down at AAA not great, but the work of late has been better overall. His career as a minor leaguer is solid. A losing record, but a 3.42 lifetime ERA. Just outstanding work here today. Changeup's been a big weapon.
Corner men in against Hamilton. He squares and then pulls the bat back. 1 ball and no strikes. Doug Glanville with us this afternoon, and down in the Cubs dugout. Cincinnati leading 1-0. Got a run in the 2nd inning. I want to ask you guys about September rosters. We're about a week away from the rosters expanding. Doug, do you like the idea of the final month having 33, 34 guys available?
Well, I like it from the perspective of that's how so many opportunities arose. I mean, I was a September call up. A lot of players, you know, get that taste, and then all of a sudden that's something to take home with you to say, all right, well, you know, I really want to stay here. You know, I really want to establish myself. So those opportunities are really important for development. Certainly a team in contention, that's, you know, a critical element of making sure that these guys are going to contribute in a way that's going to help this team get to the next level. But that 40-man roster expansion is always something I cherish, because not just even from my opportunity, I saw a lot of teammates come up, you know, guys that you look back and say, wow, that, you know, guy had finally got that cup of coffee. So in general, I like it from that perspective.
There's the 1-0 Peraza rolling to Baez. He's got to hurry, and he got him. Peraza really can scoot.
Well, lesson learned right there. Last night in the 9th inning, Peraza hit a ground ball to Javi out at shortstop, and he laid back on it. And Peraza ended up beating it out for an infield hit. Watch how aggressively he gets after this one.
And sometimes with speed, when you're out in front on your front foot, you get out of there really quickly. It's almost like you're swinging and in motion. So he circles this ball because he knew if he tried to just be flat-footed, he would have absolutely lost the opportunity to throw him out. So I see it as respect when an infielder is trying to catch a ball in motion with his momentum going towards first, because he knows that he better be quick with you.
1 strike to Jeanette. A single in the first, a ground out in the 3rd. And a drive out into deep left. Schwarber back. Whoop. And he got a glove on it, couldn't haul it in, and Jeanette will have a double. And as JD mentioned, the wind really whipping out toward left here in the last couple of innings.
Jeanette not a big guy, but he has power, and he shows power the other way, and Schwarber just not able to haul it in.
He's been charged with an error.
Probably had one more step. Right,
yeah.
Doug? Maybe one more step before leaving his feet there. Probably not exactly sure where he was.
Yeah, he was a little bit off of how close he was to the wall, so he had that little hop step, almost like he's jumping to brace himself going into the wall, but he actually had a few more feet to go.
Typically, when a guy does leave his feet in that area, they'll call it a hit. Certainly very catchable.
I mean, there's just a Wrigley Field factor. You have to be honest as an outfielder. You know that brick wall is coming at you, and you're going to be a little more conservative about when you're going to time your jump.
Yeah, that's a tough scoring call. It's just tough to be the scorer on that one, because a play that probably should have been made, but not an easy play.
I mean, you have the wind at play here, and you know, where he actually reached when it hit the tip of his glove, he wasn't as extended fully in the right location. So catchable certainly, but degree of difficulty was definitely above average on some levels.
2 strikes on Suarez. That missed.
I'm always inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to the hitter too when he hits the ball that hard. You know, it's kind of tweener decisions.
Oh, as a hitter, I want that as a hit.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Every time.
Yeah.
And foul out of play.
I don't know. I don't think they do it anymore, but years ago, the guys used to grab the phone and call up to the press box.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
What are you doing? That's a hit. Come on.
I've only met the official score once. You know, they're like the secret society or something. We never come across them. But he came to ask me a question about a play. And then I said, well, I had an opportunity to bring up a couple of things from the series.
While I've got you here.
Oh, I've got you. Wasn't that a hit that I hit off the guy's leg? Come on now.
We've heard a lot of stories over the years about calls to the official score.
Yeah, one time I hit a ball down the left field line in Colorado, and Dante Bichette was playing left. He overran it, ricocheted, and I went all the way around, and they gave it a double in error. And the guy agreed to change the score, but there's some rule that you have to do it within 24 hours. And he went on vacation and came back and couldn't change it.
The statute of limitations had run out.
Exactly. So there's some rule about you can only overturn it in a certain amount of time. And the window had closed. So that was something I learned about official scorers and their job.
Full count on Suarez. 2-out error, allowing Jeanette to get to second base. So everything middle away in this sequence so far. That one was down, and Suarez able to bounce it foul to third.
He's in the coal. Got to get to the bottom of some of these nicknames.
Ball 4. So 2 on with 2 down for Williams. That might be it for Mills. I think he gave Joe more than Joe needed and wanted, so the manager will be real happy with the job Alec Mills did today. And the fans letting him know as well. We'll be right back. External pain relief of the Chicago Cubs. Randy Rosario against Mason Williams. 2 outs, 2 on, 6th inning.
Lefty's done a nice job for the Cubs this year. He's picked up 4 W's along the way, a .283 earned run average for 35 innings of work.
Jeanette, the runner at second. Suarez is at first. And I think the scouting report here to get Mason Williams is some classical gas.
He went with the slider anyway.
0-1.
Van over. Again, calling that borderline pitch the pitcher's way. Pelo Fino. Translation is pile up.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
I know palo is hair, so it must be a term for
like piling the hair up on top of your head.
Oh, interesting.
It does have kind of a different do. Very impressive work from Alec Mills today. 5 2/3, 3 hits, 1 run so far. It's the 1 walk, 8 punch-outs in the walk. As far as really not a bad idea with the base open. Very good run producer in the box.
Lefty coming back. Swing and a miss. Nice work by Rosario. Nice work by Doug Glanville. Always a pleasure. 1-0. Cincinnati in the 6th.
It's 120 and up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans who take home a Cubs digital alarm clock presented by NG. Tickets still available, Cubs.com.
Cubs held to 1 hit through 5. Make it 2 hits into the 6th. Wilson Contreras.
Hit number 1 was Alec Mills' first major league hit in his first major league plate appearance. So they had that and a walk prior to that swing of the bat by Contreras.
And Tommy La Stella. He has La Stella on his jersey because he didn't give them a nickname in time. He missed the deadline. Dog ate his homework. I assume that's about Brian Butterfield. Reel 1.
Yeah, what about the coaches? Are they wearing nicknames as well?
I believe they are, yeah. Fouled into the net. What has Harvey done to keep the Cubs bats quiet?
Well, I like this changeup to the left-handed hitters. It's been a good weapon for him. You know, he's looks pretty free and easy out there, so he's got good life on the heater. We've seen 95, 96 with good movement. He's exploited the edges. Larry Vanover's been pretty generous today.
Rolled to left, but it'll be caught by Irvin. That was the changeup. So the batter is Almora. Average right at 300. No, it was a fastball. Like it was Stella.
He got away with one there, trying to go down and away, and that one floated right back out over the middle of the plate. But it was at 94. Almora, who likes velocity, he likes first pitch. And this is kind of right there in Albert's wheelhouse, just didn't get it. Kind of digging that blue bat that Albert's swinging here today, too.
Short lead by Contreras. Now there's a step and a half to that edge, and the pitch is low and outside.
Hit and run certainly in play here. Moore hits it on the ground a lot. Usually trust him to put the ball in play.
And he does. Base hit. Contreras will stop at second.
Well, now he's got to deal with the Cubs for the third time through the batting order. We'll see if that changes the look here this afternoon. Barnhart wants to talk about it.
The Met teammates will match up.
Danny Darwin wants to talk about it.
Danny Darwin, the Reds pitching coach.
Six strikeouts for Harvey today. And a combination of factors, as we mentioned. He got away with an ugly one there. That was just a bad hack and a bad slider. There's the two-seam fastball, caught the inside corner on Schwarber. Half looking, and a good changeup to get Zobrist. An elite fastball is velocity, movement, and command. Not a lot of guys have all three of those. Harvey's average fastball velocity this year 94, so that's certainly a plus heater, and he's had good movement on it, and the command today's been pretty sharp. Only Altuve better than Daniel Murphy in terms of batting average since the beginning of the 16 season. And nobody has been better in Wrigley Field than Daniel Murphy in baseball history among those with at least 100 at-bats here. Seems to be the right guy for the job.
Yeah, he's a difference maker.
Pitch there, didn't get it. Told you the other day he liked the daytime too. Said he saw the ball better. Not everybody feels that way.
Two from Harvey, and a base hit. Contreras will be stopped, and the bases are loaded. Good thing he stopped. Williams fired a strike to the plate.
Now Williams has a very good reputation defensively, and he just showed off that big arm out there. He's got speed and pretty good hose there. Good decision by Mantequilla.
Three singles here in the sixth. The Cubs had one hit in the first 5 innings and just 2 base runners total. Baez had a huge night last night. 3 for 5. Homer and a double. Scored 3 runs. Strikeout and a walk today.
Small sample, but 5 out of 10 against Harvey coming into this ball game. I think Harvey's MO here would be to spend as little time in the strike zone as possible. I figure Baez is in swing mode with the bases loaded.
Base hit to right. 1 run in. Here comes Almora. Nope, he's going to be held, and it's a 1-1 tie.
Well, he did challenge the strike zone, and he paid a price for it. Baez shoots one the other way. After getting a little out of his game first time up, he takes the walk last time. Solid RBI single here.
NL RBI leader, number 94. That'll be it for Harvey. Jim Riggleman to the mound. 1-1. Cubs still threatening in the 6th. So let's hear what you've got to say. Join Sierra Santos and Luke Stuckmeyer on Facebook Live. Weeknights at 5 for The Rush. Presented by GMC. Irvin goes from left to right. Mason Williams out of the game. Dilson Herrera now plays left. Kyle Freeze call to the pen. He's on a left-hander. Cody Reed.
9 appearances at the big league level this year for Reed. 0-1 with a 4.50. He's been used as a starter in the past without much success. Working out of the pen. It gives you some tough angles. He's in a bit of a bind here as he comes in with the bases loaded and Anthony Rizzo, the batter. We'll get the heart pumping.
Kick in the pitch. It's a strike. More the go-ahead run at third. Murphy now at second. Baez at first. Cubs with 4 singles here in the 6th. Off Matt Harvey. And his line is not yet complete. Ooh, what a snag by Barnhart.
Wow.
Gold Glover last year.
You got to go wider than wide because Rizzo is right up on top of the plate, but that was next level and a beautiful play by Barnhart.
Count is 2-2. With the bases loaded. Rizzo picked up his 15th game-winning RBI last night. That leads the National League. Got a chance for a go-ahead RBI.
Well, this sequence, the fastballs have been off the plate. Just kind of show me fastballs, trying to get him out on the slider. I think they would stick with that approach. Anthony chokes up. Slider or cutter well off the plate, but he's in protect mode. This is where, if a guy can reach out and hit a slider this far off the plate as a pitcher, you think, well, I should be able to jam him. That's high stakes poker. You try to throw that fastball in on Rizzo with the bases loaded. Watching him circle the bases, thinking, well, it seemed like a good idea.
Also in danger of hitting him. Bounce back to the mound. 1, 2, save! Dixon was off the bag at first. That's a big break for the Cubs. Inning still alive. It should have been an inning ender.
No indication of a challenge coming from the Reds dugout.
Yep, they're going to challenge
now
it.
They are, yeah. And I was getting my read from Dixon. He didn't, his body language didn't indicate that he thought he had stayed on the bag.
Looks like he was still on, if his foot was on at the beginning of the play. But again, is it conclusive? That is in the eye of the beholder.
We can't tell from that angle whether there's separation or not. Nice pick.
We do not appear to have an angle that gives a great look at it. We're not sure if New York will have a better one.
going with safe.
I am too.
Remember, you can get our home version of You Make the Call. We'll compile all these replays for you and send them to you, and you can sit around the Christmas tree this winter. Nope, they called him out.
1-2-3 double play to end the 6th inning. So the Cubs get 1, and that's all, and we're tied. September 25th, the Cubs welcome students, alumni, and fans of the Big Ten. Fans who buy tickets through the Community Nights page will get a special edition Cubs fleece blanket in your favorite Big Ten schools' colors. To purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com/Community Nights. Steve Cishek here in the 7th inning in a 1-1 tie.
Irvin Barnhart Dixon due for the Reds here. 62nd appearance for Steve Cishek. He's been a workhorse out there in that bullpen, and not just dependable, but outstanding work just about every time he trots out there.
And bunted through, strike 1. Northwestern men's basketball coach Chris Collins is with us. He'll sing the stretch today. Always great to see you, Coach. How are you?
Great to be here, guys. Beautiful day at the park, and hopefully we can get a Cubs win today.
Well, that's on you. See, we've got it tied to this point now. It's up to you, man, to get the W.
Need to get a couple big hits here. We'll be all right.
Irvin went around. It's 1-2. Their 6th year. Wow. Time flies.
It goes fast, and it's been awesome growing up in this area, being away for a long time, and being able to come back and be at a great school like Northwestern and try to build our program up has been a lot of fun.
And Hart Murphy will glove. And that's out number 1. And as we look ahead to the upcoming season, big renovations at Welsh Ryan.
Yeah, we got a brand new arena, which is awesome. The commitment from our administration. They just built a huge facility on the lakefront for all the sports, and football has got an amazing new training center, and we're going to be the beneficiaries with a brand new arena and practice facility. And it's just a great time to be a part of Northwestern athletics. Everyone's excited about where we're headed, and being able to be back home. We had no home games last year, so as you guys know, it's that energy you get from being on campus and at home makes a big difference, and we're looking forward to our new arena opening up.
Well, we can speak to that here at Wrigley Field. Just the baseball facilities, the clubhouse, batting cages, all of that stuff matters a lot.
Yeah, now with the training that these guys get, the sports performance, to be able to have top of the line in all those areas, it helps the guys be at their best.
Line drive to left, caught by Schwarber.
Has to help with recruiting too, I would think.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt, you know, and I think more than just having really nice things, I think when you see the level of commitment, you know, when a school's going to invest like that in the athletic department, it means they care. You know, they want to win, they want to be a factor, and when you're in a conference like the Big Ten, you know, you have to invest if you want to be successful, and that's why I'm just I'm honored to be at a place where our president, our athletic director, they want it. They're competitive, and we're just trying to do our part on the court.
Good group coming back.
Yeah, you know, it's we have a good amount of veterans, and then we have a big freshman class, so it's a nice mix of young and old, and I'm excited about our talent. You know, we lost some really key seniors that had been great players for us, and Brian McIntosh and Scotty Lindsey, and so it's kind of the beginning of a new group, which is exciting. There'll be some fresh blood and new guys out there, and hopefully we can come together and get the chemistry and have a successful year.
0-2 on Dixon. Swing and a miss. Strike three. A quick 1-2-3. Chris Collins coming up with our 7th inning stretch. Brought to you by St. Xavier University.
Today's guest conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, Northwestern University men's basketball coach Chris Collins.
All right, Cubs fans, on your feet. Let me hear you. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's get some runs. Go Bucks.
One strike on Ben Zobrist. 1-1 tie, 7th inning. Steve Cishek ripped through the Reds lineup in the top of the inning on 10 pitches.
Speed pass. Most impressive.
That's right. Ben, a switch batter, hitting right-handed against the southpaw Reed, who got the big 1-2-3 double play to escape the 6th with a tie ball game. Goggles gets the sign, and now Zorrillo will step out. It's a leadoff walk.
Reed, like Alec Mills, a former Royal farmhand, the Reds got Reed as part of the package of the Johnny Cueto deal in 2015. We're acquiring a lot of young pitching then. Guys with upside. Not many of them have really panned out. They had, well, Brandon Finnegan was part of that deal. John Lamb. Lamb has moved on. Finnegan was hurt earlier this year. I believe he's in the minor leagues now. Pretty good arm, but he's battled control problems.
Finnegan is at AAA Louisville. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. How about a homer off a lefty? Schwarber has 22 on the year, all versus right-handed pitching. It's Herrera now playing left.
Book your summer getaway today to Chicago or Washington, D.C. and let us do the planning for you. Cubs Destinations travel packages include tickets, hotel accommodations, ballpark tours, Cubs swag, and a private meet and greet with a current player. For more information, visit Cubs.com/destinations.
Strike to Happ. He's rarely quiet against the Reds going into today. 28 career games against the Reds, 354 average, 9 homers, 28 walks.
Good swing there. A nice night last night. Double and a couple of walks. Joe about him today. He thinks he's a little softer in the knees in the batter's box.
It's rung up here.
Big zone again. Backdoor breaking ball did not appear to catch the outside corner. Again, Larry's been pretty consistent though, and kind of hunting strikes on the edges. Not egregious. Ian may disagree with me. Joking earlier about if they had umpires weekend, what nicknames would umpires wear? How about if you threw big zone back there if you were the home plate umpire?
Yeah.
I'm Larry Big Zone Vanover. I've got the plate today.
Base umpire 1-800-CALL New York.
Don't ask me.
Yes, he did.
And every time there was an appeal on a check, he would just turn around and show his back to the hitter. Come on, MLB, make it happen. Umpires weekend.
2 strikes on Contreras. He started the 6th inning rally with a hit. Eventually scored on the Baez single. That's all the Cubs could get.
2 outs, 2 strikes. You anticipate ball and dirt here if you're Zobrist.
Came back up and hit Wilson, so foul ball.
This is certainly a time too. You're going to be willing to gamble anything in the dirt, right? Just go. It was Barnhart to make a play on you. 2 outs, 0-2 on the hitter.
Contreras just able to get out of the way. A touching moment yesterday, and we showed you video of it as Contreras met up with his good friend Daniel Rodriguez, 11 years old. They have become best of friends over the past couple years. Still 2-2. Stiff wind blowing right to left today.
Yeah, just not a lot of balls hitting the air in that direction. Not really taking advantage of what Mother Nature is offering here this afternoon. Well, now automatic go for Zobrist, 3-2. Dixon continues to hold him at first base.
Hamilton drifting in. And we go to the 8th. Still tied at 1.
This Miller Lite game report, we head to the 8th, and there before Javier Baez tied things up in the 6th, Daniel Murphy collected his 3rd hit of the homestand, and I had a chance to ask Anthony Rizzo here in a short period what the effect has been of having Murphy at the top of the lineup, and he says it's going to pay huge dividends. It's a professional at bat, if not the best that you're going to get from a guy night in and night out, and he says it's made a dangerous lineup even thicker. And imagine when we get our MVP Chris Bryant back. He goes, that is tough out after tough out, and it just makes the next guy even better and have more success. So guys, so far all the teammates pretty impressed with Daniel Murphy, or shall I say Murph, this weekend.
Yeah, he's hit in all 3 games, a couple of 2-for-5s and 1 out of 3 so far here today. Carl Edwards Jr. enters the ball game for the 44th time. He's 3-2 with a 2.40 earned run average. Dilly's up.
Dilson Herrera playing left. First pitch from Carl is a strike on the outside corner.
Hit, walk, and a run, a 1/3 of an inning the other night in Detroit.
On a bullpen cart.
Yeah. Was anxious to get him back out there.
Look at the name on his back. String bean slinger. Oh, I love it. The better bullpen will win this game.
Tom Hall was a lefty who pitched back in the 70s. He was 6 foot tall, $150. They called him the Blade. Be appropriate for Edwards as well. Slender of build, but large of fastball.
Everything has been up so far.
Yeah, that was the issue the other night in Detroit too. Just couldn't get the ball down. Wilson trying to coax him down there.
Oh man, that natural cut on the fastball is nasty. 3-2. That's a four-seamer, but it looks like a cutter.
It's not a cut fastball, but it's a fastball that cuts. And again, contrasting. Let's just pump one through the heart of the zone here. I think actually all that action from Contreras could be disconcerting for a pitcher. It's kind of like when the pitching coach, and they don't do this anymore, when they come out there and go, hey, come on, bear down, throw strikes, and you're like, I get it, I know, that's what I'm trying to do. And that's kind of what Wilson's saying here. Just channel it, just throw it right here to me. And I understand why he's doing it, but as a pitcher, it's like, yeah, I know.
Reds have options here because of the batter Hamilton in terms of a bunt.
Sometimes that 5-pin can be a tough one to pick up.
In fact, I'd be really surprised if Hamilton doesn't bunt.
So here's the challenge. To get the bunt down against Edwards with that lively fastball up can be difficult. So that's one thing. If you're Hamilton, you're looking to bunt here. You got to make sure you get a ball down that you can get on the ground.
And Rizzo will be crashing. Edwards brings it.
If you're going to bunt, that's the one you want to get down.
Crashing so hard here. I'm guessing Hamilton will try to put a little extra juice on it, try to get it past maybe Ian Happ at third. Close, didn't get the call. 2-1.
I think Happ crashing is influencing Hamilton a little bit, pulling the bat back there, and for a guy who's had a big zone today, Larry just squeezed Edwards a little bit.
Actually did not put a lot on it, but it worked.
Manage your dream team in franchise mode, plus get weekly stats, roster updates, and more. RBI Baseball 18 is available now. Learn more at rbigame.com. Rated E for everyone. Hello in the park, out in Gallagher Way. They are watching some ball and having some fun. They're flooding the zone right now.
Peraza with a man at second base. And one out in a 1-1 tie. 2 hits last night, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts so far today. And a foul strike.
Peraza, the kind of hitter that should compete pretty well against Edwards. He takes a short swing, quick to the ball. Upped his power game this year. He's hit 8 home runs.
Cubs with those very cool baby blue Players Weekend caps.
That speaks to how good Mills was today. He punched out Peraza twice. This is a guy whose strikeout rate is about half league average. Slugging numbers way up over last year for Jose. He's just 24. Nice. Good quick feet there for Willie the Beast.
Yeah, pretty big shoes to fill for Peraza. Zach Cozart had the year of his life last season before leaving via free agency. And it has not gone well for Cozart with the Angels. 219. And he's got a torn labrum in his left shoulder and likely to be done after 58 games. One ball and 2 strikes. That helmet bottom right belongs to Dilson Herrera. A fly ball out in the center. Almora will make the catch. Herrera tags and he'll stay. Already in scoring position. And it will be Scooter Gennett. Let's update the Corona NL Central standings. This is the first game of the Major League schedule. Everything else tonight, including St. Louis at Colorado. Milwaukee will host the Pittsburgh Pirates.
The St. Louis Colorado series should be fun. Two teams that are playing very good baseball, have been for a good while now. Cardinals have won 8 consecutive series. Just got done sweeping the Dodgers.
Justin Wilson will be charged with getting out Scooter Gennett in the 8th. It's Justin Wilson against Scooter Gennett.
Just coming off the Justin Wilson reunion tour. Passed through his former cities, Pittsburgh and Detroit. He also pitched for the Yankees. Right now he's pitching for the Cubs for the 55th time. He's got a 3.15 ERA. Left-handed batters hitting 174 against him. He's going to deal with a pretty good one here in Scooter Gennett.
Runner at second, 2 outs, 1-1 in the 8th inning. Here we go. The pitch. Jeanette not happy with himself, but he swung at it. Our first pitch from Dan Jennings the other night in Milwaukee for a home run. A game winner in the 9th inning.
One out of 3. Last time out, last time up, reached on an error. Well hit ball to the left. The glove of Kyle Schwarber. So he's frustrated with himself. Now he's not happy with Larry Vanover.
Yeah, he seems frustrated in general right now.
Yeah.
Sets up an 0-2. First time All-Star. Another 0-2. Swing and a miss as Contreras throws, but unnecessary. We go to the last of the 8th. Cubs and Reds tied at 1. Holiday brought to you by AARP. Back with the Rockies. Hitless yesterday. Career batting average .299.
You can go home again.
Such a
good for him.
Good offensive performer throughout his big league career. Good dude too.
Well, Jim Riggleman is going to counter the move here. Looks like David Bodie has come out to hit. So Lily's going to go to the pen.
Reed is out. A right-hander, Jared Hughes, races in. 1-1, 8th inning. We'll be right back. veteran right-hander Jared Hughes against pinch hitter David Bodie. First pitch swing and a miss. Got a really cool looking bat.
Looks good. I wonder if it sounds good. You gotta set your sights low against Hughes.
Low meaning literally.
Yeah. Much like he did when he hit the walk-off grand slam against the Nationals. Find a way to square up that sinker. 3-3, 7 saves for Hughes. A nice long career and having a nice year with a 1.57 earned run average.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Now it's Almora. Hamels, the day you talk about, the day after you pitch a gem as a starter.
Yeah, he's in Happyville right now, feeling awfully good about things. Every time he's gone out there for the Cubs, he's been spot on and capped it off with a complete game in the ball game last night. Has an 0.79 ERA since joining the Cubs, 5 starts.
Chatting with the Newton, Iowa Hall of Famer Tim Buss. So Addison Russell on the left, recently placed on the DL. Dealing with a few things, but mainly that finger injury on his left hand.
He is committed to the bottom of the zone. When he goes low, you have to go low. Parts of 6 seasons with the Pirates, last year with Milwaukee, so he's making the tour of the NL Central.
And strikes out Almora.
Normally, you think about Robot, you think contact, ground balls. But he's getting swings and misses here today.
Looks to me like the initials he has on the patch for his high school. And he went to Santa Margarita Catholic High School. See, I'm smart that way with the acronyms.
Pretty good the way you wrote that down.
A drive out in the deep right. Daniel Murphy gives the Cubs the lead. 2-1.
What do you need, boys? 2 outs, nobody on. You need me to slug? Yeah, I got that. That's part of my plan as well. 3rd game in a Cub uniform, 2 hits in each one. This time a long ball, his first with the Cubs, number 7 on the year. Earlier, Doug Glanville was talking about the adjustment he made, moving up on the plate, pulling the ball, hitting it in the air with authority. And there's a great example of it. Your Ford home run replay, a go-ahead home run from Daniel Murphy. Come on out, Daniel. Fans want that curtain call.
Two-out homer in the 8th. Cubs lead. Baez bounces to Peraza. Close, but they got him, and we're going to go to the 9th inning. A beautiful swing of the bat from the newest Cub. Bang. Mets. John Lester will get the call as Daniel Murphy faces the team that drafted him. Coverage starts at 7 on NBC Sports Chicago, or you can stream the game live on the NBC Sports app.
I'll say it again, and I might say it every single day, that Daniel Murphy plays in a Cub uniform. I can't believe he got through waivers to the point where the Cubs could claim him and acquire him. But he did. And now Pedro Strop with an opportunity to finish this ball game off.
Murphy is now out of the game. Zobrist is at second base. Happ is in right, and Bodie plays third. And Strop to Suarez, ball 1. Cubs tied it in the 6th, grabbed the lead in the 8th. Swing and a miss. Two.
Pitcher's spot is next. It looks like Preston Tucker out on deck.
A high drive. And Schwarber will watch it go to tie it up. Suarez, number 29 on the year.
Yeah, he tried a little quick pitch there and hung a slider. Suarez has big time power. It was a favorable wind today. I don't know if he needed it or not. He got a pretty good piece of that one.
Tied at 2 here in the 9th.
You can see his hand position just on the side of that ball, not getting any depth on that slider, just a spinner in the middle of the zone. Wrong pitch to the wrong guy at the wrong time, and we are tied.
It is Preston Tucker off the bench. Strike call. This is probably the toughest part of being a closer, is when you blow the save but the game is still tied. You haven't lost anything yet. Just trying to get your team back into the dugout. 2-1.
Yeah, because you just want to blow up out there. You're so upset with yourself, but you have to be mentally tough enough to turn the page and continue to compete.
Strop seems well built for this role too, for that reason. As Baez will make the catch.
Yeah, and he's been in the league a long time. He's been through the ups and downs.
He might get beaten on occasion, but you never feel like it's due to him losing his focus. Facing Phillip Ervin. And a strike on the outside. 2-2 here in the 9th. 2 big home runs. Murphy in the 8th. Suarez to tie it in the 9th. On the ground, backhanded by Bodie. Throw is in time. Talking about guys earlier on the Reds who I'm sure thought of as trade pieces when they're still here. Suarez not one of those guys. He is now on a long-term contract as the Reds decided they wanted him to be part of this club for a while. He got a 7-year extension in spring training. And he has rewarded the team with an all-star campaign.
Yeah, I think the Suarez, Peraza, Barnhart, guys that they really like. So as part of their core going forward, obviously Votto's locked up for a long time. He's not going anywhere.
A bunch of shifting here in the defense. Baez now will play essentially second base with Bodie over there too. So it says Happ, but it's Bodie. And Zobrist essentially the shortstop. Pedro's 2-2. A chopper that'll be cut off by Bodie. The Stroke gives up the home run. He retires the next 3. And we'll go to the bottom of the 9th, tied at 2. Daniel Murphy, his first as a Cub, and it gave his team the lead in the 8th inning. But the Reds came back to tie it on an Eugenio Suarez homer. And right-hander David Hernandez will work here in the last of the 9th.
Veteran pitching for the 43rd time. He is 5-0 with a 2.25, just about a strikeout per inning. And awfully tough to hit. League batting just 198 against him. He's allowed 4 home runs.
So let's see if the Cubs can with some walk-off drama here today.
And is a pretty good heater. Throws both the curveball and the slider. Likes the curveball a little bit more. Feature an occasional change of pace.
Rizzo looks at a pitch off the inside. And ball, no strikes. Suarez guards the left side. 3 Reds on the right on second base.
Rizzo will be looking to back knee him here, 2-0. Nothing wrong with a leadoff walk. Quite as good as a walk-off homer, though. He might be in go mode there, but he was taking all the way.
Zobrist and Schwarber scheduled to bat here in the ninth following Rizzo. 3-1, he walked him.
No, really didn't want to throw it over the plate with Anthony up there. And Anthony more than willing to take his walk. Doing a little digging, by the way. Jimmy Riggleman wearing Lily on his back. That's his granddaughter.
Very nice.
Irvin deep in right on the pull side for Zobrist.
A little low. Ball, no strikes.
Situation where a double might cost you the ball game. Billy Hamilton, though, does not really back up much. He probably says, you know what, I'm always in no doubles mode, no matter where I am on the field. I'm going to go get it. Yeah, this is tough when you come into this situation on the road where a run beats you, and you got to deal with guys like Rizzo and Zobrist who are powerful but also very patient. A lot of hitters in this situation, you feel pretty comfortable. If you're just around the zone, you're going to get them to swing and put your pitch in play. These guys, not so much.
A pitcher's strike, it's 2-1. Hernandez ready. 2-2.
Oh my, not that time,
for
Larry.
sure.
Earlier I said, you know, that he was calling the borderline pitches, and it wasn't egregious. That was egregious. That was a big miss by Larry. Barnhart is really good at framing pitches. Just able to kind of pull that one up just a little bit quietly.
Big 2-2 coming. Swing and a miss, strike three.
Call took him out of his at bat.
Yep.
Good changeup though by Hernandez, made a big pitch. When given the opportunity, he took advantage. He got cut fastball grip, but the action was like a changeup.
Fourth turn for Schwarber. A strikeout, a ground out, and a fly out. Rizzo, the runner at first. That was a good visit by Barnhart. He hasn't missed since. He walked Rizzo. He went 2-0 on Zobrist and came back to strike him out. Castillo and Quintana tomorrow. Bailey and Hendricks scheduled on Sunday.
Cubs will see the Reds again here in the middle of September for a 3-game set. Bernhardt calling for the elevated fastball, and he missed down and in.
Horizon projected starters tomorrow. Right-hander Luis Castillo against lefty Jose Quintana. Ground ball, foul.
Well, that would have been fun to watch. Brian Butterfield would have had an opportunity to score the winning run there with Anthony Rizzo, and that ball just foul. Hernandez broke in with the Orioles. Did his best work with the Diamondbacks for a few years.
Up to left. Rivera circling. That's the second out. Ian Happ started the game at third. He's now playing right, and he's 0 for 3. Harvey started for the Reds, 5 1/3, 1 run. Mills for the Cubs, 5 2/3, 1 run. Alec Mills with a career high 8 strikeouts on his first major league start.
Retired 14 in a row at one point. And the Irvin double in the second when nobody out until the Jeanette reach on the air by Schwarber with 2 outs in the 6th. Completely shut down the Reds lineup. All 4 starters in this series have been good. DeSclafani's line not so great. 6 innings, 4 earned runs last night, but he threw the ball well. A couple of long balls got him.
Pitcher's glove had to move, so he didn't get the call. 1 and 2.
Reds are 18 games out of first place. They are 7 games behind Pittsburgh. So they're likely to finish last again this year.
And we will go to extras. Cubs can't cash in after the leadoff walk. 2-2 after 9.
Well, we got a new pitcher for the Cubs. It's right-hander Jesse Chavez. He's done a very nice job since putting on a Cub uniform for the season. He was 3-2 with a 3.01 earned run average as he makes his 44th appearance, 74 innings of work. So he's a guy who can come out and give you multiple innings out of the pen. He's also a former starting pitcher. 72 hits, 72 punch-outs against just 14 walks.
Dixon to start extras.
13 appearances and a 147 in a Cub uniform. Very aggressive, a lot of fastballs and cutters.
Oh, 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. It's outside. Dixon has not put a ball in play. He has struck out every time. Nice job by Contreras. Appealing while running after the ball. That's good hustle. As if Dixon had gone around, he might have been able to make it to first.
Kind of assesses the situation, sees where the ball is, says, yeah, I'm going to check. So be an anxious at bat for a young player, having punched out 3 times already.
Strikes out for the 4th time.
Twelfth strikeout recorded by Cubs pitching today.
Wind has intensified. You can always tell when we can hear the flags flapping in the breeze from our broadcast booth. Not the ones in center, but you can hear those on the roof. Two and one on Dilly. He's a former Met. Foul.
Yeah, I like that last fastball better than the one before, given the way the wind is blowing here today. Chavez is very aggressive and tendency to elevate that fastball. But, down and away will usually play.
Air ball to right. It's Ian Happ, and he's got it. Hamilton with 2 gone. So left on the card, De La Rosa and Kinsler. In terms of available relievers, Hayward and Caratini. In terms of position players, a fly to center. This will be a 1-2-3 for Chavez. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Tied at 2. Let's take a look back. Alec Mills making his first major league start. And he was great. Missed a lot of bats today. Gave up a run in the second. That was it. Daniel Murphy. First homer as a Cub in the 8th. Then Eugenio Suarez tied it with a home run in the 9th. And the Reds will use their closer, Raisel Iglesias. And a tie ball game in the 10th.
Capable of giving them multiple innings should they want it. He has pitched 51 times. He's picked up 23 saves and 27 chances. Real good stuff. Gives you some tough arm angles. Will drop down from time to time. Good lively heater with good movement.
So Kurt Casale is now playing first.
I believe just one on the Reds bench.
First pitch swing, and Contreras fouls. Dixon is now in left, so it looks like Herrera is out. Bunted. Barnhart will pick it up, and a low throw dug out by Casale, so the Reds' 2 catchers team up to get the Cubs backstop.
Second time Barnhart has made a low throw down there today. It's picked by Casale. How about this bunt by Contreras? I think it was going to hit him. Maybe he just hung on to that thing too.
Oh! Strike to Bodie. Bottom of the 10th. 2-2 tie.
Oh! Laredo fastball dropping down at 95.
Wiggleman banking on Iglesias dealing a scoreless 10th. Reds scoring in the 7th, and then Iglesias finishing. Deep drive! Yeah! We're going to finish! Cubs win. David Bodie again.
Kid has a knack. Making a habit of this.
Unbelievable, this kid. 3-2 the final in 10 innings.
He loves the big moment.
Well, I mentioned it. Every homer he's hit since his first one has been a dramatic home run or a homer to give the team the lead.
And with the back-to-back with Rizzo in the ninth, he had the walk-off against the Nationals, and why not do it again here today? Ford home run replay. David Bodie goes to Waveland.
So the Cubs now 74-53. They win before the Brewers and Cardinals even play their games tonight. Kelly's on the field. It's our On the Diamond interview presented by James & Sons Fine Jewelers. David Bodie's getting good at this post-game interview. Kelly.
He sure is. You got a knack for this thing, David. Big hug here. You got a knack for this walk-off thing, huh?
Man, I was upset I missed a couple pitches. I chased those 3 earlier. Got a pitch to hit and got it.
Okay, you were joking on the walkover that this one was a little anticlimactic.
I mean, every win's a win. We'll take them as best we get them. This is a great team win. We played well and got it done.
So unless it's a pinch hit grand slam, it's just not good enough, huh? You got the fans on their feet. What was it on the 0-2 pitch you were looking for in that moment?
I was looking for a pitch up. He hung the slider there, and I stayed on it, kept my head down, and got it up.
You watched the 9th inning unfold there with Ben Zobrist and the guys really battling it out. What changed then in the next inning from an approach standpoint?
You just got to stick to what you want to do. He's calling it down. He started opening up down there, but you can't worry about that. You just got to worry about what you're trying to do. I was just trying to get on base really there. I wasn't trying to hit a homer. I was just really trying to get on base for the next guy and having to get it out.
All right, enjoy this one. They're cheering for you, David, or Boat, shall I say. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you, Kelly. And David will get a $500 gift card from James & Sons Fine Jewelers. Also, the toast of the game is presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. And yes, it's David Bodie.
Yeah, cement mixer slider from Iglesias stayed up in the inner third. You could tell by his body language he knew where this thing was going to end up. So he walks off the field as Bodie walks off the Reds.
Benny's Beverage Depot is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. So for JD, for Kelly, Doug, our entire NBC Sports Chicago crew, headed by John Walsh, Dave Turner, Vince Lodel, Len Casper with your final in 10, Cubs 3, Reds 2. And we're back with you on NBCSN. Monday, 7 o'clock, Mets and Cubs from Wrigley Field. Coming up next, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois, post-game live.